Hey guys, so in this video, really quickly, I'm going to go over a trading journal, a trading plan, and my daily routine of how I approach a trade every day. And hopefully these tips will help you as well too, whether you're using the harmonic scanner or you're using the web analyzer. I'm going to give you some really great tips that really help take my trading to a whole nother level. So the first thing that I do when I approach a trade in the morning or in the evening, I check forexfactory.com. And how I use this is I go on here and I look to see if there are any red folders. Red folders means that it's high impact news. Those are currencies that you want to avoid during that time. So for example, if you look here, you'll see on Tuesday, March 27th, USD will have a red folder and the announcement is at 7 a.m. So I would not trade red folders 1 hour before the announcement time or 1 hour after. So if this says 7 a.m., I would not trade this pair from between 6 and 7 a.m. or between 7 and 8 a.m. But anytime before that and anytime after, you should be okay. Now, what can happen, you can be in a trade and the trade can possibly go in your favor, but it can also go against you and you don't want that. So I just avoid red folders. I'm not trading 1 hour before or 1 hour after. And the time frame is always in your time frame. You can manage that actually right here at the top next to login. There's also a settings area where you can set the time for your time zone, and that way the times will reflect where you're located so that you know when to avoid it and when to trade it, okay? After I do that, I then go to my trading plan. Now, when I didn't have a trading plan, I was all over the place. I was trading emotionally. I was doing anything because I had no plan in place. So this is just an example plan that I've kind of modified into a different document, but I'm just going to show you this one as an example in this video. Your trading plan, you want to have exactly what your plan is, what strategy you use, why are you even trading, what is your why, how many trades are you going to take a day, what is your lot size, things like that. So that way, you won't go against your rules. When you don't have a plan in place, you're likely to do anything and you can blow your account and you'll just be all over the place. So what should you have in your plan? You want to have, what is your why? What is your why and why are you even doing this, so that when times come and you get discouraged, then you won't quit, okay? How many trades would you need to achieve your goal? So if you, for example, if you want to make $180 a day, how many trades would you need to take? What lot size would you need to have? And how many pips is that overall? So those are things you want to break down and have in your plan. What IML platform are you focusing on? Are you using the harmonic scanner or are you using the web analyzer? And then you want to outline your strategy and make sure that you understand it very well. So are you using Davin's 4 rules? I use Davin's 4 rules. I absolutely love it. I've been learning a lot of different things too. I've tried other strategies because I remain open-minded. However, I believe that when you find a strategy that works for you, make sure you stick with that and become an expert of it. I started learning Davin's rules, became really good with it, and then I started learning how to trade with the trend and learning charting and analysis because I want to understand the market and what it's doing, the history of the market and what it's doing currently, and that's when my trading went to a whole nother level. So outline your strategy, memorize it, know it, and then from there, ask yourself, how many accounts will you trade? When I first started, my husband and I started with one account, and that was swipe trades because we were earning while we were learning. As we started getting really good at this and seeing the power in Forex, we started developing multiple accounts. So we have swipe trades for, a more conservative account. We take every swipe trade, we trade on a low lot size. And then we started another account where I actually started a supplemental account for retirement where I trade that account only for additional retirement for our family. My husband has his own trading account that he uses for other things. We also have a trading account for our kids where we only place swipe trades in that account, and their account is generating anywhere from $45 to $65 a day based on a very low lot size that we use, and we're happy with that because the banks aren't paying anywhere close to that. So, you just want to outline your plan. When will you trade? What time zone are you going to trade? For example, I have here, when will you trade? Here's the Forex trading hours. I laid them out for you. You can take a snapshot of this if you want. Here's the overlapping sessions. These are what I found the best times to trade for myself. Now I'm in Arizona, and so these are my times right here from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m., from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. my time, I have a lot of success. The volume is fast. My take profits hit really fast. But I'm going to tell you, I didn't really see this until I started journaling my trades, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So just understand, you want to have a plan in place. You want to know exactly when you're going to trade. What is your schedule? Are you going to wake up an hour before? work? Are you going to trade an hour in the evening? Have a schedule, because if you can have a schedule, you can create consistency where you'll see consistent profits, okay? So from after I look at my plan every single day so that I remind myself of my rules so that I won't bend them, I then go to my trading journal. Now, if you're brand new, this trading journal right here is going to tell you what you should be doing in month 1, month 2, and month 3. Okay, so your trading journal, your first month, you're probably going to be strictly focused on swipe trades, for example. You're probably going to trade and demo your first 30 days or so. So there's the tab here for your first 90 days as a new customer. You can look at that if you have this. And then I go strictly to the growth plan. So a growth plan is very, very, very powerful. Okay, so I trade off of the growth plan every single day. I have a growth account, and I also have another account, like I said, that I kind of execute my own trades. But with the growth plan or just a trading journal, I actually use this with the web analyzer. So I'm going to tell you what I do every day. What you will want to do is put your balance right here where it says balance, and I'm just going to change it. For example, we start this with $300, and notice the numbers are going to change. Okay, so I'm going to start this with $300. I want to grow this account at, let's say, let's just say we want to grow it at 5% daily. Okay, so now the numbers change. You see how they update it? So let's say tomorrow is day 1. We're going to start this on day 1. Our goal is to have $315 total in our account once we're done. And our goal is to get 5% growth. So our daily profit is $15. That's our goal today. We want to make $15. So how are we going to do that? Well, up here where it says necessary lot size based on 1 trade per day, you can edit this section. So you have to decide, how many trades do I want to place a day? Do I want to place one play? Do I want to place 1 trade, or do I want to do 3 trades or 5 trades? Well, this is an example. Take profit just means how many pips. So this is 5 pips, this is 20 pips, this is 98 pips. You can change this. If you want it to be 20 pips here, 25 pips here, you can do that. But what this means is TP is your take profit, so that's how you want to take 5 pips, and SL is your stop loss. So this means how much of a stop loss you're going to set for yourself, and you determine that. You don't have to do a stop loss of what everyone else is telling you to do. You have to find what works for you, okay? I do about a 20 pip stop loss, 15. When I did 15 pip stop losses, my stop loss was hitting all the time. So I do about 20. I find that for my strategy, that's enough room for me for the trade to do what it needs to do and hit take profit. My trades hit take profit very fast. Okay, so if you take, what this is the lot size. This is going to give you the lot size that you need to trade based on the number of trades that you're taking per day. So if I'm only taking 1 trade a day, and if I'm trading a $3 lot size, if I trade $3 a pip and I go for 5 pips, that equals $15, okay? So that's the formula that it's going to give you. Now, let's say if you want to trade more than 1 trade because you don't want to risk $3 on a trade, you can risk 8 cents, for example. You can do 8 cents per trade, but you got to aim for 20 pips, okay? If you do 8 cents and you aim for 20 pips, that's going to put you around that $15 mark. So that's basically how you come up with it. You can edit these numbers, and as you edit them, it will calculate the pip size that you need to go for. Now, if you are not mathematically inclined and you're like, I don't want to deal with all these numbers and figuring it out, all you have to do is put how much you want to grow your account at daily. You look at this daily profit goal, and that's how much you go for on the web analyzer or the harmonic scanner, okay? So for example, you look at this every day, you say, okay, today my goal is $16.54. Well, you might go place maybe 5 trades to aim for that amount. Once you make that amount, let's say today we made $15, you're going to go to day 1. And I actually like to put the date right here. So let's say if it was 3/26, I would put the date right there every day. And then I would just put $15 right here. $15. Okay, so you're going to record your amount every day, and then let me scroll over a little bit. Over here, when you put your actual amount, this is going to give you your beginning balance, which was 300, your daily earnings total, and then the total you have in your account. So this total earnings will be the amount that will reflect in your brokerage account. It should always match up, okay? Now, if you have a loss, let's say if you have a loss, And let's say if you lost $20. If you lost $20, you're just going to put negative dollar amount, okay? And it's going to automatically track it right down here for you. So anytime you have a loss, just put what your loss is, because you might trade on another day and you might make twice as more what your daily amount would be. But the growth plan is going to keep you on track. Guys, imagine if you started a $300 account and you grew it at 5% daily in 60 days, you would have $5,336.91 from $300, okay? This is the power of a growth plan. Now, you want to see something that I do? Now, when I first started, I started with, I think I started with 150. I did 150. I did 7% daily growth, 7%. Uh-oh, let me fix that. So 7% daily growth. So I'm just showing you, because most people start, with low balances. So if you did a $150 account and you did 7% growth daily, you would have $8,123 in 60 days. I've grown my accounts so much, okay? I have had losses and I've made up for those losses, but I get better the more that I study, the more that I use the IML tools, the more I strive toward consistency. And then let me tell you what really helped me, a growth plan journal. So every time I take a trade, this is what I have up every single day. I get into a trade, and for example, I put the date, I put the time, I put the currency pair, whether if it's a sell or a buy, the lot size, the number of trades that I place. So for example, if you're doing twin trading, or let's say if I enter into USD JPY, but I enter it twice, then I will put I will put 2 right there. How many pips did I gain? 2.5. How long was the trade? 1 minute. Strategy used, 4 rules. Trends notice, 15-minute stochastic. Okay, so look, people ask me, how do you know when to enter the trade on Davin's rules? How do you know, when there's divergence, all these different things? Well, I learned that from journaling my trades. And that's the importance of journaling. If you're not journaling, you're not going to learn about pairs that you're trading. I started to learn through journaling that there were pairs that I didn't like. There were pairs that didn't perform during the time, they didn't perform well during the time that I was available to trade. I started learning when my favorite trades were performing the strongest. So, you learn so much through journaling your trades. And what I learned about Davin's 4 rules was that the 15-minute stochastic is key. Once the 5-minute chart matches up all the rules, and then the 15-minute stochastic crosses, momentum hits really fast. And then I learned that after that, I have another chance to get in on the 30-minute stochastic. It moves really fast. So these are things that I learned from journaling, okay? So I just wanted to share these things with you. Also, too, if you're on our team, if you're not on our team, you can get this information. People message me and ask me, where can they get this document? You can get this inside of the IML Web Analyzer group on Facebook. So if you send me a friend request or not a friend request, but message me on Facebook, you can go and request to be in that group. I will approve you into that group. And if you look in the files section, you will have access to the growth plan. Now, if you're on our team, I want to show you where to get this. So if you go to briankenyahorton.com, there is a private access for IBOs and also customers, okay? And what you want to do is look in Telegram. Usually I put the passcode in there. So I put the passcode in there to enter the site. So what you would do is on the home page, there's an IML customer and IBO private access. You click here. So you click on the enter, and you're just going to enter the password. And once you enter the password, there's going to be a section there for you to access the trading plan, the trading journal. There's scripts here for you, everything that you need to go and talk to someone. I mean, step by step, how to handle objections when you're talking to people. You can copy and paste this from your phone. Everything you need is right here. A new customer tracker for IBOs. So when you enroll new customers, this gives you a tracker on how to keep track of them, everything that you need, guys, okay? 3-way call guide, how to set up a 3-way call with your upline. Everything is here for you, and I'm constantly updating and adding to this site. So hopefully you find this helpful. You have the trading plan and journal. Make sure you have a routine that you're following every single day. Strive for consistency, know your strategy, and you will do well. I hope that you found this video helpful. Reach out to me if you have any questions, or even if you're not on our team, comment in the comments section and let us know what you need and how we can help you. I know there are some people who don't have uplines out there and you're feeling lost. I don't want you to feel lost, okay? I want you to have support. We are one family in IML, so drop us a message and we'll help you out.